Okay, thank you very much. I was saying that we had initially wanted to have a retreat for 2 or 3 days. However, due to other commitments, we were not able to do so. So in this meeting, we're going to try and do what we were going to do in a retreat in one day. We're trying to squeeze as much as possible. Let me once again acknowledge Minister of Higher Education, Science and Technology, Dr. Blade Nzimande. Let me acknowledge Minister Angie Motshekga, Minister of Basic Education, Minister Kivit, Minister of Public Service Administration, DM Gcina, Malungelo Gcina. We were supposed to be joined by premiers as well. I know that some of them have now sent apologies. We'll deal with those later. But there are MECs who are representing them in this meeting. I would also like to acknowledge the deputy chairs, but I'm told they are not going to be able to join us as well. Ms. Azola Maigis and Bekin Njali might join virtually. Let me acknowledge heads of the HRDC Secretariat, Maliviwe Lumka, our esteemed human resource development champions, council members, senior government officials, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and thank you for taking the time to be part of this Human Resource Development Council HRDC meeting, which I said earlier was supposed to be a retreat. I would also like to welcome and express our gratitude to the HRDC champions who I'm told are here with us today. We value your attendance and your commitment to championing the implementation of the Human Resource Development Strategy towards 2030. The current term of the Council ends on the 31st of March this year and are undergoing, as we speak, a nomination process for the team that will continue the work that has been done so far. We are looking into extending the existing term. We had a discussion with Minister Nzimande that it will be good to have a very smooth transition. So we have decided that we should extend the term of this council by another 6 months so that we have a seamless transition. Also to just allow people ample time to conclude the process of appointing new members of the council. So, colleagues, today's meeting coincides with the celebration of International Women's Day, which is celebrated today annually on the 8th of March. This year's theme calls for us to invest in women, accelerate progress. This theme emphasizes the need to address economic development and promote diversity and empowerment across all sectors of society. As the HRDC, we anchor our support for women's development on creating programs that foster a supportive environment, promote skills acquisition, and provide access to resources, opportunities, but also quality education. Allow me, colleagues, to take this moment to commend the work that former Deputy President Mlambo Ngcuka did during her tenure as the Executive Director of United Nations Women in the work they have done towards gender equality globally. Dr. Mlambo Ngcuka was supposed to join us today, but unfortunately she was not able to come due to other commitments. Our global efforts to leave no one behind are embedded in the strategic efforts towards gender equality, and as South Africa, we remain committed to championing the cause of both gender equality and gender justice. This meeting also takes place at a time when the country commemorates and observes Human Rights Month, which recognizes the constitutional right to basic education, including adult basic education and further education, which the state must take reasonable measures to make progressively available and accessible. This retreat provides an opportunity to reflect on our work since the Council establishment in 2010 and concentrate our efforts on achieving the goals we have set for ourselves. Our reflection must cover different perspectives given the Council's unique positions and the broad areas of responsibility, including an analysis of the Council's role in supporting the country's skills development and human resource development objectives. Our reflection is therefore driven by the goals we have set for ourselves as part of determining whether the Council is impactful in carrying out its mandate. We must therefore engage and reflect on our work guided by the following questions. Number one, what progress has the Council made in carrying out its mandate with a particular focus on the current term of office? Second, what are the underlying human resource development challenges in the country? Third, is there a common understanding among social partners in terms of the mandate of the Council, and is Council achieving that mandate? Fourth, what are the changes management issues that need to be dealt with to ensure that real impact is attained of the current term and beyond? The HRD strategy acknowledges that and the national transformation goals outlined in the National Development Plan's Vision 2030. It also aims to address the skills mismatch in our labor market by encouraging entrepreneurship and promoting social development. It emphasizes the need for a comprehensive and responsive HRD strategy to address these issues and mitigate their implications. The National Skills Fund prioritizes employment creation interventions through the rollout of work-integrated learning programs designed to facilitate the transition of graduates and technical vocation education and training college students into the labor market. All sectors of the economy must adjust to new demands for personnel, skills, research, digital connection, and alternative platforms for education, health, and public services. For us to match with the new demands, we must undergo a rapid paradigm shift and reorientation to realign the content of our curriculum offerings and skills development programs. Colleagues, I believe that the country's reconceptualized human resource development strategy and master skills plan will give further impetus to our efforts to address skill shortages across all sectors of our economy. The master skills plan consolidates previous strategies affecting skills development across the nation. These include, but are not limited to, the National Development Plan 2030, as I said earlier, the National Skills Development Plan 2030, our innovation and skills to influence the new medium-term strategic framework as we are planning for the next administration. In fact, we have agreed with the Minister that we need to ensure that the work of this Council, the resolution and programs that we come up with are actually infused in the medium strategic framework. So we will prepare a report that we are planning to take to Cabinet in the next 2 weeks, so that our work can then be taken and incorporated in the medium-term strategic framework going forward. It is only when the country's human resource development priorities are in line with planning framework across departments that the work of the Council will receive the necessary attention and traction it deserves. In fact, the Minister was saying to me this morning that if we don't do this, we may end up being just a talk shop. That we meet the HRDC and we come up with good ideas, but they end nowhere. So we will ensure that the work of this Council and its decisions, resolutions are incorporated in the work of all government departments. Colleagues, as I conclude, I hope that by the end of this meeting, which was supposed to be a retreat, we will have reached a common understanding of the Human Resource Development Council's mandate, strengthened collaboration among all social partners within the Human Resource Development Council, and reached consensus on key priorities for the remainder of the Council's term and beyond. With those few words, let me once again welcome all of you. Deputy Chairperson Dr. Janine Hicks, not Jamie. Janine Hicks Janine is going to talk to us about the objectives of this meeting. I think others have dubbed it workshop. That's fine. What are the objectives and expectations and expected outcomes of these meetings? So, Dr. Hicks, I then invite you to take us through that item. Thank you very much. I wish you a very successful meeting today.